Dear Mr. and Mrs. Corbett, I wanted to send you my condolences on the death of your son, Danny. I know it's been 8 months since the accident, but I'm sure it's probably still hard for you to be reminded of that day. I think about what happened a lot, as I'm sure you do too. I've been having some troubles at home and at school, and a couple people here thought it might be a good idea to write to you. I'm sorry if this letter upsets you. That's obviously not my intention. Even though I never knew Danny, I did read that article in the town paper and was happy to learn a little bit about him. He sounds like he was a great kid. I'm sure you miss him a lot, as you said in the article. I especially liked the part where Mr. Corbett talked about Danny's robots, because when I was his age, I was a big fan of robots too. In fact, I still am in some ways. I've enclosed a short story that's going to be printed in my high school lit magazine. I don't know if you like science fiction or not, but I've enclosed it anyway. I was hoping to dedicate the story to Danny's memory. There aren't any robots in this one, but I think it would be the kind of story he'd like if he were my age. Would it bother you if I dedicated the story? If so, please let me know. The printer deadline for the magazine is March 31st. If you tell me before then, I can have them take it off. I know this probably doesn't make things any better, but I wanted you to know how terrible I feel about Danny. I know that no matter how hard this has been on me, I can never understand the depth of your loss. My mom has only told me that about 100 times. I, of course, wanted to say how sorry I am that things happened the way they did, and that I wish I had driven down a different block that day. I'm sure you do too. Anyway, that's it for now. If you'd like to let me know about the dedication, you can email me at the address above. If I don't hear from you, I'll assume it's okay. Sincerely, Jason Willett. P.S. Would it be possible to meet you in person at some point?
Twisters come from in the first place? What makes a tornado? A tornado is born deep within thunderclouds, several thousand feet above the Earth's surface, when a column of warm, moist air, rising swiftly from the ground, meets high winds, streaming cooler, drier air through the cloud tops. This type of storm becomes what is known as a supercell thunderstorm. Conditions are then ripe for the formation of a classic tornado.
What is this?
Within the supercell,
Becca!
rapidly rising warm air meets cold, dry air racing downwards.
Becca!
What?
The downdrafts,
Becca!
updrafts within the storm, and
What?
differences in wind speed and direction.
What'd you do here?
What's the matter?
What is
They
this?
then create a
What's
funnel
what?
cloud
The television,
in
what
base
is
of the
this?
storm.
It's the tornado program. You wanted to watch it. I recorded it for you. Why?
Oh, for Christ's sake.
What's the matter?
It's Danny's tape. You recorded over Danny's tape.
No, I didn't. Pride and Prejudice was on that tape. We were watching it last night.
I switched them.
What?
I watched Danny's tape later after you went to bed.
Why didn't you take it out of the machine?
Why didn't you check what was in
I
there?
assumed it was the TV tape.
Oh, for Christ's sake.
It was one of the baby videos?
No, it was the most recent one, the long one. The park was on it in Mexico and
How was I supposed to
and-
know
and
you slept down
Christmas.
here? I thought it was the TV tape.
it wasn't.
I know, Howie.
So it's gone. The whole thing.
Well, I didn't do it on purpose.
It's the only copy, Becca.
I didn't do it on purpose.
Are you sure?
What's that supposed to mean? You think I recorded over Danny's tape on purpose?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I should have taken it out.
Why would I have deliberately recorded over it?
I don't know.
Why would I?
I don't know! You took the paintings off the fridge
To save them, I put them in plastic.
and shoved them in a
For
box.
safekeeping.
Okay,
I didn't throw the paintings out.
I know you didn't.
You think I didn't want that tape?
Of course, but obviously it wasn't on purpose, but
But what?
maybe subconsciously.
Subconsciously. Is that what they're telling you at group now? That I'm doing things subconsciously?
You're trying to get rid of him. I'm sorry, but that's how it feels to me sometimes. Every day it's something else. You're trying to get rid of any evidence that he was ever here.
I didn't know the tape was in there.
It's not just the tape. I'm not talking about
And
just
the
the
papers
tape.
are downstairs in a box. You can look
The
at them whenever
clothes,
you
the
want.
shoes.
We don't need all that stuff. Why would we keep
You're
it?
wanting to sell the
We
house.
already talked about the house.
Tasks, any tasks, your
There was a lot
mother's.
going on. We couldn't deal with the dog.
I was fine with the dog. I was the one walking
He's not
him.
underfoot.
And he was a reminder.
Okay, yes, he was a reminder. So what? So I wanted one less reminder around here. I think that's perfectly normal.
Since you never wanted the dog to begin
Oh,
with.
for God's sake, Howie.
Well, if I hadn't bought the dog.
And if I hadn't run inside to get the phone, or if I had latched the gate.
I left the gate
I
unlatched!
should check it! I'm not playing this game again, Howie. It was no one's fault.
Not even the
I
dogs.
know that.
Dogs chase squirrels. Boys chase dogs.
Are you telling me that or yourself?
He loved that
Of
dog!
course he did.
And you got rid of him!
Right. Like I got rid of the tape, I get it.
It's not just the tape! I'm not talking about just the tape, Becca! It's everything! The clothes, the shoes, the paintings! You have to stop erasing him! You have to stop! You have to stop!
Do you really not know me, Howie? Do you really not know how utterly impossible that would be to erase him? No matter how many paintings I box up or clothes I give to charity. Do you really think I don't see him every second of every day? And okay, I'm trying to make things a little easier on myself by giving away some of the paintings and the clothes, but that doesn't mean I'm trying to erase him. That tape was an accident, and believe me, I will beat myself up about it for the rest of my life, I'm sure. Like everything else I could have prevented and didn't.
That's not what I want.
No? Because it feels like it is. Feels like maybe I don't feel bad enough for you. Like maybe I'm not mourning enough for your taste.
Come on, that's
Or
not...
mourning in the right way. Let me tell you something, Howie. I am mourning as much as you are. And my grief is as real and as awful as yours is.
I know that.
I'm not in a better place than I am. You're just in a different place. You know, that really sucks right now. We can't be there for each other. That's just the way it is.
His stuff is all we have left. And every bit you get rid of.
I understand you don't want to let go. I understand.
Do you? Do you? This isn't... Something has to change here. Because I can't do this. Like this. It's too hard. It's too hard. And I want the dog back. Your mother's making him fat.
Why don't we wait until...
I don't want to. How much more do we have to lose? I want him back. I'm sorry, but I miss him. I want him back.